What brought me to this book is the big question about the Arab uprisings, right? And December 2010, a big revolution starts, seems to be contagious from country to country. The very early focus was what I call an obsession with gadgetry. People started obsessing over Twitter. Did Twitter do it? Did Facebook do it? No, it was YouTube. No, it was WikiLeaks. And I thought that was quite foolish. I grew up in the region. I don't have any illusions that technology has any magical immediate effect on political action, on relations of power, on structures of domination. I started thinking, okay, what do I have to say about all of this? I spent 13 months living full-time in the region. Then I came back here, and I'm looking at the tons of materials I have, and I asked myself, what do all of these have in common? And my answer is they use the body, because your body is always with you. And so you can use it at any time. The body works in multiple ways. The body can be literally a physical instrument of fighting somebody who's oppressing you. But the body can also be very important symbolically. And the body, representations of the body can also express very universal themes, since everyone has a body. Everyone experiences pain, everybody worries, fears death. The Naked Blogger of Cairo has many stories about key characters in the Arab uprisings. So you have the naked blogger who posed naked in a way, for her defenders, it was an act of heroism. You have Sprayman, who's this mythical figure who goes and sprays graffiti at night. You have Captain Bread, who's a superhero created out of the symbol of bread, which is a symbol in revolutions worldwide. You have a Muslim feminist female superhero who goes around and lassos Western activists who want to save Muslim women. And so what all these people do is they show one basic thing, which is that when you turn yourself, your own body, into an instrument of political struggle, and you do it well in a way that makes it visible, in a way that compels people to pay attention to you, then you can achieve things that you otherwise could not. Part one of the book looks at self-immolation as a radical creative insurgency. The Arab Spring, as the story goes, was started by self-immolation. Self-immolation is a very powerful expression of ultimate rejection of the system that's in place. Whether it's a self-immolation, whether you're standing in front of a tank or in front of somebody pointing a rifle at you, whether it's a hunger strike, this is where you're saying, I'm willing to risk my body, I'm willing to risk my life for a cause that's bigger than myself. Part two looks at political humor as a more gradual type of creative insurgency. I write about puppetry in the book, I write about graffiti, I like about political jokes. When you say that the president of Egypt is a cow, is a laughing cow, or when you turn the dictator of Syria into a finger puppet, what do? In the first case, you make him look grotesque, therefore not to be feared, not to be respected, not to be followed. In the second case, you make him look very small, therefore again, not to be feared, not to be respected, not to be followed. Part three of the book looks at specific examples of what does it mean for the human body, for the bodies of very normal people, ordinary citizens, to take over public space. And one of the ways in which you can see this is through graffiti. In Cairo, for instance, there were some very gifted artists who many of them created new styles of muralist graffiti. We're not talking about small stencils. We're talking about lavish, colorful, flamboyant, political graffiti that sent very powerful political messages. At some point during one of the demonstrations, the police had snipers shooting at people's eyes. You had dozens of people who lost an eye, some of them lost two eyes. And immediately, graffiti artists reacted to this and started depicting people, huge portraits on walls in Cairo with eye patches, white eye patches, in which they scribbled political messages. It's one example how the body, parts of the body, become very politicized. Puppetry did the same thing, right? But puppetry is not as public as graffiti. So this is when technology becomes important. Because when you have puppetry shows that become digital videos that are on YouTube, that are networked through other social media, then this is when you see digital technology extending the reach, amplifying the impact of the human body, right? But the symbolism, the affective impact the part that makes you feel something strange when you see finger puppets of dictators, of police goons, of demonstrators being beaten up, has a lot less to do with the digital technology and a lot more to do with the play of scale, the contrast of scales between this humongous dictator. You know, you have statues that can be 3 stories high in these capitals. Suddenly, he's the size of a human finger, right? So this clash of scales, this clash of sizes, really changes how we perceive the body, a dominant body that has been repressing everybody in a society. Once you start digging, it makes sense, because that's what people have. Imagine yourself being in a city that's surrounded by hostile government forces. You don't have food. You don't have water. Your body is at risk. You don't have electricity, let alone a computer, let alone an internet connection. When you're in sheer survival mode, the body is all that's left for you to express yourself, to fight for your dignity, to ask for justice, and to try to change the world.